right, we are at the top of the hour. Good morning, everyone. This is Lynn Voss from GoldenCare. I have been with GoldenCare a little over 16 years. I started in a marketing support position, and in fact, that role hasn't changed much. My job is to support our regional directors with any of the marketing efforts, whether that's quotes, you know, supply orders, answering questions, product education, you name it, we're here to help agents succeed. And today I'm actually joined by another marketing support person, Manny Rosen, who is actually very instrumental in working with our IT department to build and polish the InstaPIVOT tool. So before I turn it over to Manny, though, I want to just explain where you would go to access the tool. Here you're actually seeing the goldencareagent.com website. The easiest way to reach this is to type that web address directly in your browser's address bar. It'll open, and the agent corner is the very first option under the tools menu. It gives a quick highlight about what is available inside. There is the section to log in for existing users. If you are brand new and have never accessed Agent Corner as a whole before, scroll all the way down and fill out the new user registration form. So it's all there on the one page. I will go ahead and log in, so that way everybody can get a quick glimpse. This is our GoldenCare Agent Corner. It's slowly evolving as we are adding additional things. We have the StratDecision quoting and comparison tool, InstaPIVOT, which is the tool we'll be discussing today. A couple other things as well, our revolutionary decline placement program, which has been hugely successful. The LTC CEO, a whole consumer marketing toolbox of consumer-facing pieces, advertising, prospecting letters, a lot of information there, as well as our short-term care agent playbook. So that gives a little bit of product information, some carrier highlights, a little bit on the plans, state availability. There's a whole lot in there, and it's a really nice resource to print and have with you to answer quick questions. So I will go ahead and click open the InstaPIVOT tool as I'm turning things over to Manny here. So I'll turn it over to you, Manny. Let's see if I can. There we are.
Good morning. I hope it's showing the right screen.
Yep.
Okay, you see I'm in Agent Corner here?
Yes.
Perfect. I hope everybody's doing good today. So we're going to be reviewing the InstaPIVOT tool, short-term care underwriting tool. It's really one of the first places you should go when trying to find a short-term care plan for your clients. It gives you state availability, it gives you different health conditions listed. Any health question that's in the application will be listed in this InstaPIVOT tool. You can filter it down by product. It's just a real intuitive, consumer-friendly interface that you can use to get that sales process rolling. So what I like to do when I get in here is I'll select the state that I'm going to be working in. Say we're doing Georgia, but we got Georgia here. We'll select Georgia from the list, and you'll see across the top it highlights every product in green that's available in Georgia. From here, if your client has any health conditions, you can select from the health conditions, you select the keyword, let's say diabetes. So you start typing in diabetes and it'll bring up all of these different selections here. Diabetes at the top is kind of a catch-all. So anything that has diabetes included in it, it will show you down the left-hand column here. So this one is kidney failure due to diabetes, and green check mark means that it is available for your client with that condition. A red X means it's not available. And if you see in parentheses 12 months, that's the back period. So have you been diagnosed or treated within the last 12 months, for instance, in this case? And this one is, are you currently being treated? So that's, we'll see a little bit of dialogue along the bottom in parentheses just to give a little bit more information than what just a red or X or a green check mark can provide. It really shows which plans will work best for your clients. Say, for instance, we've got a client with multiple sclerosis. That's a hard product to place. There's just one row here to choose from, and you can quickly see most of the home health care plans, yeah, they'll be available with somebody with multiple sclerosis, but short-term care, there's nothing available, except that we do have a tier 1 plan with OmniFlex that's available. You can select up to 5 or 10 health conditions, I believe. Or if you just want to have them all down the side, you can always just leave that blank. You can use the clear button here to clear whichever keywords you had typed in. And you can scroll down to see if any of these would apply to your client. The show summary button, this one kind of shows the power of each plan. There's 45 rows with underwriting questions listed here. So this summary row will show you, so True Freedom is 44 out of 45 rows. Unless you're currently receiving care, you can get a True Freedom plan. Manhattan Life Home Health Care, select. That's another one, very easy underwriting for 44 out of 45. Most of the home care plans are going to be very powerful plans. You get to the short-term care and it starts to really fizzle out here. You see GTL Recovery Cash, only 8 of the 45 rows is yes. OmniFlex Tier 1, 33 of 45. Full benefits, 20 of 45. Same thing with Wellaby, 20 out of 45. So this gives you a good snapshot of the power of each plan, how far they're casting that net.
And just to clarify, on that screen on the summary, there's a total of 45 health questions that we include in the tool. And depending on what number shows up there, for example, 44 out of 45, True Freedom, despite all of those health conditions listed, only one of those would not allow the person to qualify. So that's what the scale is. It means that 44 of those health conditions out of 45 listed would still allow the client to be considered. I just wanted to clarify that that's what that meant.
Thank you. Yeah, they are insurable if yes, correct. So the next thing we have here is a medications drop-down list. If you've got clients taking medications, and I just want to caveat that this is kind of a secondary check. If your clients are taking medications, but they don't know what they're for, what conditions they're for, that would be a good reason to use this. But if it shows that a medication may not be insurable, it all depends on the reason why that client is taking that medication. So if you pull down here and you do the drop down list here, you can see that, you've got lots of different medications to choose from. You select one and it'll give you across the row here, it'll show you which plans will accept that medication. If it's listed in their med guide as uninsurable, it'll show up as a red X. This one shows that it's for cancer. As you scroll through, it'll say some of them are for any condition, some of them Abilify, that's a pretty popular one. You'll see Manhattan Life does take that one, but if they're taking it for anything other than what's listed here, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, they could still qualify for the full benefits if it's for any other reason other than that. If you only represent certain products and you only want to show certain products to your clients, we also have a filter where you can filter out exactly what you want your clients to see. So what I'll always do is I'll select all, and then I'll take out the products that I don't want them to see. So I don't want them to see, for instance, GTL or Wellaby. I just want to show them Aetna and Manhattan Life. So now you see it's showing just Manhattan Life, Aetna, those plans. It does kind of filter it down. It makes it easier for the clients to see. I'm going to go back and clear all filters. Another addition that we add is we added a view additional info link here. So if you click the view additional info, it'll show you the different resources we have available here. We've got a state availability chart that will download for each product. Get a quote. This will take you to the carrier site. It'll login required. Some of them may or may not require a login. The client brochure. We've got an Excel rate calculator. Different products will have different resources listed here. Frequently asked questions guide. We really try to make it easy for you to access the marketing materials directly from InstaPIVOT once you're in here. So once you've got a selection all buttoned up for your client, let's get these filters back in here. So they've got multiple sclerosis. You want to show them the choices that they have here. If they work with paper, you can click download and it'll print that report. So you can email it to them. You can take it with you if you're not going to have internet connection. You can take it with you and use it that way as almost like an underwriting illustration. If the results that you have selected, let's just clear this filter. If I click download and you see all the data that goes down to the bottom. They have a lot of different health conditions listed, and you click download, you want to send it to them. That download's only going to download what's visible on the screen. So if they had more health conditions listed below here and you wanted to download those expanded results, you're going to have to click download expanded results and then click download, and it'll download the entire page for you to review. So you could even take the entire InstaPIVOT underwriting chart with you to an appointment, if out of pocket, and you'd be able to cross-reference everything this way. We've also added a help button. It'll give you quick instructions on how to use InstaPIVOT. As always, though, if you have any questions, you can reach out to marketing@goldencareusa.com or give us a call at 1-800-842-7799. We're always here to help guide you through this, or if you've got some complicated cases that you want us to help you get through the InstaPIVOT tool or do it on your behalf, we're more than happy to help. Lynn, am I forgetting anything?
There were a couple things. How many medications are able to be selected at a time?
So you can select up to 15 medications at a time.
Okay, and like Manny showed, as you add medications, it expands, it puts its own separate bar in there so you can tell what the medications are as opposed to what the other health conditions were. But you can select multiple medications, which is helpful because sometimes seniors do take multiple medications. This is another reason when Manny had clicked the download button, sometimes there are enough medications that are listed that would push your actual health condition results off of the visible screen. So downloading that full report or the expanded results may be necessary.
Absolutely. I mean, even with diabetes itself, there's so many different selections there that just diabetes, you would need to download the expanded results. So then of course, once you add the medications in, you're going to need to click that expanded results button.
So another thing too is, as Manny had selected Georgia, and as we can see based on the tool, the GTL critical cash plan is not available there. And again, this is a really strong way of presenting just what you have in your portfolio. He can revisit the products drop down along the top, and he can opt to remove that since it wouldn't be applicable for his Georgia client. So it's not only based on what of these insurance plans you have in your portfolio, but it can also be used just to show your client what's applicable to him or her based on their state. Another question is, what did you click for view additional information?
Sure, absolutely. And I just had one other thing to note. Once you start filtering out the products and you have your medications listed there, it will clear your medications. So you're going to want to filter the products before you do the medications.
That's
As
a
it
very important
limits
thing
the
to note.
Yeah, as it limits the columns down, it was too much for it to keep up with the medications too. So you're just going to have to enter the medications in again if you reduce or filter the products down. So filter the products and then add your medications in.
Okay, and then
For view additional info,
yes.
there's a little link underneath that shows the issue ages, the health. It shows you the name of the carrier, the issue ages, and then underneath that, there's a little button called View Additional Info. View Additional Info link, and it'll open up this box, and it'll, for different products, depending on what they have available, some of them will have underwriting and rate guides. Those would be the national versions, of course. For state specific, you would need to visit the carrier site unless you know that that state uses the national materials. Agent guides, brochures. This one even has the enrollment application because it is so simple and it's non-state specific. So yeah, we try to include as much information as we can without cluttering things up, but to help you at the initial stages and throughout the sales process.
Now, the power here is first identifying which carrier is a good option, but the different information, the different tools that we have inside Agent Corner, excuse me, I want to remind you that we do also have Tom Randall's pivot presentation. It is a PowerPoint presentation that is customized that based on that health conversation with your client, you can jump to specific products without skipping a beat. So the presentation will automatically reflect based on where you click in the presentation. It will present just that specific plan without showing something that has a little bit more stringent underwriting. And the InstaPIVOT here is side by side with StrataCision by design. Because once you figure out what insurance company or what plan is a good fit for your clients, you can jump over to the StrataCision tool for quoting and comparison. Mind you, the STC and the LTC comparison is this tool, whereas the hybrid comparison is something, this other option here. But that way you can actually do a pricing and policy feature comparison. I mean, narrowing it down from the health to the pricing. And if you revisit the InstaPIVOT tool, again, the enrollment application may be right there in the additional information, or the link to the carrier website. This is important because actively licensed agents, if you are actively licensed with, this one is Manhattan Life, it will take you to the login screen for the agent resource center, and you can go directly into the enrollment application, the e-app, and basically complete the sale. So I just wanted to, at the end of this, just reiterate how strong some of this is, all using it in conjunction. These two are side by side for a reason, and I think anybody who doesn't already have access to Agent Corner should make it a point to go out there. All of the information out on GoldenCare Agent, most of it does not require login, but some of our special tools and resources are within Agent Corner that does require the login just for that section. definitely check it out. Go on there and use the two tools together. And just like Manny mentioned, if you have a very health detailed case, or if you have any questions, or just need a little bit of help going through what options your client may have available, give our office a call. We have a whole team in our marketing department. We're ready and willing to help you out. Our goal is to help you be successful. So give us a call. You can reach us at 1-800-842-7799 or send us an email. You can email marketing@goldencareusa.com. Manny, we managed to keep this within a half hour. So very powerful tools here. It looks like we don't have any additional questions. So again, if there's anything we can help with, thank you everyone for joining us. But if there's anything else we can help with, be sure to give our office a call.
GoldenCare is looking forward to serving you with new tools, new products, new innovations, and always the best support in the business to help you succeed in 2023. So give us a call at 800-842-7799 or check out our website at goldencareagent.com.